Hey everyone, my name is Amit and you're watching Aptitude 360.online. This is video number 1 of Chain Rule series. We have completed 13 videos on time and work, 4 videos on pipe and cistern, and now I'm going to be making 4 videos for you to understand what exactly chain rule is all about and how you can deal with these kind of problems in 2 lines. So my confidence is by the end of this video, you would be able to solve such problems in 2 lines. So let us get started and try to understand what is this theory. How should we simplify these problems? So my first problem out here is the cost of 5 toys is given to you as 50 rupees. So what is going to be cost of 8 toys? Now, you don't even have to pick up your pen to solve this problem, isn't it? But see the method that I'm talking about. So cost, how many toys do we have here? We have got 5 toys, right? And the cost of these 5 toys is 50 rupees as per the problem. And then the problem is asking us to find out what is going to be cost of 8 toys. Let us say that this is X rupees. First thing first, do you understand this statement that the value of X certainly is going to be more than that of 50 rupees? If you have got 5 toys, then the cost is 50 rupees. Now you have got more toys. So obviously the cost is going to be more than 50 rupees. Now, how do I simplify this problem? By using chain rule. So this value X certainly is going to be 50 into a ratio. 50 into a ratio. So this could be either, this ratio could be either 5 by 8 or 8 by 5. So what did I say? It could be either 5 by 8 or 8 by 5. Which value is correct out here? To understand this, understand this value, this fraction out here is less than 1, isn't it? If the numerator is less than that of denominator, the fraction is less than 1, and this value 5 by 8 is less than 1. And if a value which is less than 1 gets multiplied with 50, then the entire outcome is going to be less than 50. Does this make sense to you? And over here, this fraction 8 over 5 is more than 1 because numerator is 8 and denominator is 5. And numerator is since it is more, so this value is more than 1. And if 50 is getting multiplied with the fraction which is more than 1, this entire value is going to be more than 50. And what is that we are looking for? We are looking for a value which is more than 50. और अगर ऐसा है तो कौन सा आंसर सही होगा इस प्रॉब्लम के हिसाब से? इस प्रॉब्लम के हिसाब से ये वाला आंसर सही होगा। और आप इसको जब सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे तो आपको आंसर कितना निकल के आ जाएगा? 80 निकल के आ जाएगा। डज दिस मेक सेंस? आपको लग रहा होगा भाई इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड करने की जरूरत है क्या हमारे को? बट मैं कह रहा हूं कि आप इसको अगर 5 मिनट पेशेंस के साथ समझेंगे ना तो बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड प्रॉब्लम आपके सिंप्लीफाई होने शुरू हो जाएंगे। आपको बस ये ध्यान रखना है कि कब आपको रेशियो 1 से बड़ा लिखना है और कब आपको रेशियो 1 से छोटा लिखना है, यही आपने सीखना है इस वीडियो में। नाउ there was another problem out here. It says that cost of 5 toys is 50 rupees. Then what is going to be cost of 3 toys? Is if you have got cost of 5 toys is 50 rupees, then what is going to be cost of 3 toys? So I would say that this is X. So what is going to be the value of X? Value of X is going to be 50 into a fraction. Now this fraction can either be 5 by 3 or this can be 3 by 5, right? Now cost of 5 is 50 rupees. So what is going to be cost of 3? Obviously the value will have to be less than 50. भाई 3 toys की जो cost बनेगी वो आपके हिसाब से तो 30 rupees बन रही है ना, but that 30 is less than 50. And if you want 30 as an answer out here, 50 will have to be multiplied with a fraction which is less than 1, and which is less than 1 as a fraction. This is 3 by 5, isn't it? So you have got 30 as an answer. Now let us move ahead and try to simplify this problem. This one says that 36 men can do a piece of work in 25 hours. So I would write very neatly that I have got how many men? 36 men, and these 36 men can finish a piece of work in 25 hours. Then in how many hours? 15 men will complete the same task. प्रॉब्लम सिमिलर है। अब आपको यहां पे क्या करना है, आपको लिखना है x is equal to 25 into a fraction. Now what is the value of this fraction? Understand this. When you have got 36 men, they can finish the work in 25 hours. Now how many men do we have? We have got less number of men. We have got 15 men. अगर ये आदमी कम कर दिए तो in order to do the same amount of work, do not you think that number of hours will increase? भाई आदमी अगर कम किया तो जो कम आदमी है वो ज्यादा काम करेगा, तभी तो काम खत्म होगा ना। और अगर ऐसा है so 25 is going to be multiplied with a ratio which is more than 1, and that is coming out as 36 upon 15. So that is what you need to learn, whether the value has to be 36 upon 15 or it will have to be 15 upon 36. सिंप्लीफाई कर लेंगे आप, आपका काम बन जाएगा, आंसर आ जाएगा। What is this value? This is coming out as 60 hours. Does this make sense? What is beauty of this method? आपको लग रहा होगा भाई कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है, बट अगर आप यहाँ पे वेरिएबल बढ़ाते जाएंगे ना, आप वेरिएबल बढ़ाते जाओ, मेरा एक और फ्रैक्शन बढ़ता जाएगा, बट मेरा प्रॉब्लम एक ही लाइन में सिंप्लीफाई होगा। तो शुरू में भले 5 मिनट में लगे कि भाई ये गड़बड़ हो रहा है, नहीं गड़बड़ नहीं हो रहा है। दिस इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट मेथड दैट यू आर गोना लर्न। लेट अस ट्राई टू सिंप्लीफाई दिस प्रॉब्लम। It says that 30 men can do a piece of work in 16 days. How many men would be required to do the same work in 20 days? Men, how many men do we have? 30 men. How many days? 16 days. And then in order to do the work in 20 days, how many men are required? एक ही वेरिएबल होगा जो आपको प्रॉब्लम पे दिया नहीं होगा और उसी की वैल्यू आपको निकालनी होगी। So now what is going to be the value of x out here? The value of x is going to be 30 into a fraction, 30 into a fraction. When 16 men are working, when 30 men are working, the work is getting done in 16 days. Now you want your work to be completed in 20 days. 20 days is more than 16 days. ज्यादा दिन में काम खत्म कराना है, ज्यादा दिन में काम खत्म कराना है तो आदमी कम होना चाहिए, ज्यादा होना चाहिए। Obviously the number of men will have to be less. भाई किसी काम को आपको 10 दिन में करना था, अब आप बोलते हो उसी काम को मेरे को 20 दिन में करना है, तो नंबर ऑफ मेन, नंबर ऑफ लेबरर्स विल हैव टू बी लेस। सो इन दिस केस, सिंस यू वांट द वर्क टू बी डन इन 20 days नाउ, then the number of men will have to be less than what? Less than 30. So 30 should be multiplied with a value which is less than 1, because we are looking for a value which is less than 30. So 30 should be multiplied with a fraction which is less than 1. अब वो कौन सा बनेगा? 16 upon 20. So this is going to be 8 into 3. The answer comes out as 24. So how many men are required? 24 men are required if the work is to be done in how many days? 20 days. Now, I am going to increase one variable out here. Now, before we increase, it's a simple problem. Men kitna diya? Men diya 20. Can I build a wall 56 meter long? So what is length of the wall? 56 meter. And in how many days they can do? They can complete the task in 6 days. So आपने देखा क्या कि number of variable बढ़ा. Previously in the previous 2-3 problems we were dealing only with 2 variables. Now you have got men, and then you have got length of the wall, and then you have got number of days. अब प्रॉब्लम और क्या बोलता है? What length of a similar wall? अब आपको ये वैल्यू पता नहीं है. Maybe this is x meters. How many men do we have? 35 men. And in how many days we want this work to be completed? 3 days. Now what is going to be the value of x? Now what did I say? What did I say? X will have to be written as 56 into, now since we have got 2 variables, we will have to write 2 ratios, 2 fractions. Does this make sense? Now the key to understand, the key to simplify such problems is this. When you're dealing with 2 variables, इसका मतलब क्या है? आपका ये वैल्यू आपके पास पता नहीं है, तो एक बार आप इस वाले को इससे कंपेयर करके देखो. So when you're comparing these 2 variables, which is length of the wall and days in which the wall is getting completed, this variable will have to be kept in isolation. What is the meaning of isolation? मतलब ये प्रॉब्लम यहां पे समझो ये पार्ट है ही नहीं प्रॉब्लम का. अब आपका प्रॉब्लम यहां क्या बन गया कि अगर एक वॉल है 56 मीटर की जो 6 दिन में बन जाती है, तो 3 दिन में कितना लेंथ वॉल का बना? दिस वन विल हैव टू बी केप्ट इन, व्हाट डिड आई से, इन आइसोलेशन। और अगर ऐसा है तो आप क्या लिखोगे भाई? ऑब्वियसली देखो ना, यू हैव गॉट लेस नंबर ऑफ डेज। In 6 days, the entire wall is getting completed, isn't it? तो 3 दिन में प्रॉब्लम में पेन उठाना नहीं है, आपने बताना है कि 28 मीटर वॉल बन गया, बट वो 28 मीटर बनेगा कैसे? आप क्या लिखोगे यहां पे? 3/6। डू यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस? In less number of days, you will have less length of the wall. Now, this variable has been taken care of. Now, what is that we are gonna do? We are gonna compare these two variables, and when we are comparing these two variables, this one will have to be kept in isolation. So what is the problem now? When you have got 20 men, you can build a wall of length 56 meters. Now how many men do we have? We have got more men. ज्यादा आदमी आया तो ज्यादा काम करेगा, ज्यादा लंबी दीवार बनेगी, isn't it? So when we have got 35 men, what is going to be the value of x? It is going to be more than 56. If it has to be more than 56, 56 will have to be multiplied with the ratio which is more than 1. So which ratio is more than 1? 20/35 or 30/20? So this is going to be what? 30 by, not 25, rather this is 20. So this is the value, this is the answer. If you simplify this, your job is done. एक और वेरिएबल बढ़ा दो, मैं एक और फ्रैक्शन लगा दूंगा। चलो पहले इसको सिंप्लीफाई कर लेते हैं। दिस इज गोइंग टू बी हाफ 2 and then this is 7 and then this is 4 into 2 8 7 56 7 into 7 49 meter length of wall can be created provided you have got 35 men who are working for how many days? They're working for 3 days. है problem simple? Now let us move ahead and simplify this problem out here. 5 workers can collect 60 kilogram of wheat. How many workers do we have? 5. How many kilogram of wheat they can collect? 60 kilogram. In how many days they can do so? They can do so in 3 days. And then the problem says, in how many kilogram of wheat? How many kilogram of wheat will be collected by 8 workers? In how many days? 5 days. So what is going to be the value of x? The value of x is going to be 60 into 2 fractions. Does this make sense to you? Now what are these values? And what did I say? When you're going to compare this with this, keep this in isolation. Only you will have to focus only on 2 variables. So problem says that if you collect for 3 days, you are getting 60 kilograms. भाई 3 दिन में 60 किलोग्राम wheat collect किया, तो 5 दिन में कितना करेंगे? Obviously आपके दिमाग में आंसर आ गया होगा कि भाई 3 दिन में 60 हो गया, तो 1 दिन में 20 हो गया, 5 दिन में 100 हो गया, right? But can I say this? When we are using the chain rule, can I say that when we have got more number of days, so we will be collecting more kilogram of wheat, and that will have to be more than 60. And since you're looking for an answer which is more than 60, this fraction out here will have to be more than 1. And what is more than 1? 5/3, right? This has been taken care of. Now you will have to compare this variable with this variable. What did I say? किसको, किन दो को कंपेयर करोगे आप? इसी को जो आपको निकालना है, उसी वाले को एक बार डे से कंपेयर कर दो और उसी को एक बार वर्कर से कंपेयर कर दो. You will have your answer. Now when you have got 5 workers, how many kilogram you are collecting? 60 kilogram. And now you have got 8 men. ज्यादा आदमी तो ज्यादा वीट कलेक्ट करके लाएंगे, और जब वो ज्यादा वीट कलेक्ट करके लाएंगे तो वो 60 से ज्यादा होगा. 60 से ज्यादा होगा तो व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी योर आंसर? 8/5. प्रॉब्लम सिंप्लीफाइड हो गया. दिस इज गोइंग टू बी 20 into 8. The answer comes out as 160 kilogram. Do not you think that this method is very simple, isn't it? और मेरे को कुछ याद नहीं करना है इस मेथड में. कौन सी वैल्यू, कई सारे शॉर्टकट्स हैं जहां पे ये याद करने की जरूरत पड़ती है कि न्यूमरेटर में क्या रखना है, डिनोमिनेटर में क्या रखना है. मैं कह रहा हूं कि इसको कॉमन सेंसिकली समझ के लगाओगे, आपका प्रॉब्लम बनता जाएगा. नाउ pause the video, try to solve this question on your own. I'm pretty hopeful that you would be able to do it. It says that 6 persons, how many persons? 6 persons. How many hours? 8 hours. And their earnings Your earning is 8400 rupees per week, right? And then the problem is asking you to find out how much is going to be amount per week when you have got 9 persons and then they are working only for 6 hours a day. So what did I say? X is going to be 8400 into two fractions. And how do we find out these values out here? How do we find out? So first this will have to be compared with this. So अब problem क्या है? When you're working for 8 hours a day, you're getting 8400 rupees. Now you're working 6 hours a day. भाई पर डे जो आपका काम है वो आपने कम कर दिया, और अगर पर डे काम कम कर दिया, you're working less number of hours per day, obviously the amount that you're going to collect is going to be less than 8400 rupees. और अगर ये amount 8400 से छोटा होना है तो what fraction that I should be writing here? 6/8 or 8/6? It is going to be 6/8. And then I'm going to be comparing this variable with this variable. अब problem क्या बनेगा? When we have got 6 persons, they can collect 8400 rupees. Now we have got 9 persons, then how much money we are going to collect? आदमी बढ़ाया तो जो amount collected है that is going to be more than what? More than 8400. And if that is the case, you will have to write this 9/6. And if you simplify this, 6 and 6 are gone, then this is what? 1050 into 9. 1050 into 9 is 450 and 9. 9450 rupees is going to be your answer. Problem simple है, isn't it? बड़ी आसानी के साथ ये वाला प्रॉब्लम बन जाता है, but then I don't know why people make it complicated. So this problem should be done by you people. Pause the video, try to solve this question, and let me know in the comment section if you're liking this particular concept. So this problem says that you have got 8 hours a day, working 8 hours a day, 12 men working 8 hours a day. How many men? 12 men can do a piece of work in how many days? 30 days, right? So working 4 hours a day, 18 men can complete the work in how many days? So understand this. The value of X is going to be 30 into 2 ratios, 2 fractions. What is going to be the value out here? एक बार इसको इससे compare करेंगे. When we have got 12 men, they can do the piece of work in 30 days. You have got more men. Now you have got 18 men. 18 men आया तो पर डे काम ज्यादा होगा, तो इसका मतलब क्या है? जो टोटल नंबर ऑफ डेज होगा that is going to be less than what? 30. So if you're looking for a value which is going to be less than 30, what is a fraction that you should be writing? Less than 1. What is less than 1 fraction? 12/18. And if you compare this with this, per day if you're working 8 hours, then the work is getting completed in 30 days. What did I say? When you're talking about these two variables, this one will have to be kept in isolation. इसको अलग हटा के रखो आप. तो इसका मतलब क्या हो गया कि अगर 8 घंटे रोज काम किया तो काम कितने दिन में खत्म हुआ? 30 days में. Now the problem says that you will have to work only 4 hours a day. You're working less every day. When you're working less every day, then the work is going to be completed in more days. More than what value? More than 30. And if you have to find out a value which is going to be more than 30, it is going to be nothing but 8/4. Simplify kar do. So this one, no, it is not that simple. How did I do that? This is 3, this is 2, and then this is 3, right? And then this one is 2. Then this is 10, and then 2 and 2, and then this value is going to be 40. So how many days are required to finish this work? 40 days. Problem simplified ho gaya. Now if you're understanding this, oh, this one is really very famous problem. ये ना हर जगह पे एप्टीट्यूड क्वेश्चंस में दिखाई दे जाता है और दुनिया के लोग कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं कि भाई अब इसमें करना है क्या हमारे. अगर आपने इस मेथड को समझ के रखा हुआ है तो ये प्रॉब्लम तो बड़ी आसानी से आपसे हो जाएगा. And what does this problem say? This problem says that how many cows do I have? 40 cows. Eat 40 bags of husk in how many days? In how many days? 40 days. और प्रॉब्लम कहता है कि you have got in how many days? In how many days one cow will eat one bag of husk? And if that is the case, then the value of x will have to be 40 into 2 ratios. 40 into 2 ratios. Now listen to the argument, people. Please be very patient. Please be very careful. What did I say? This one will have to be compared with this ones. And इसको अलग रखो, साइड में रखो, भगा दो इसको. और अगर आपने इसको भगा दिया तो आपके पास प्रॉब्लम क्या बचा? प्रॉब्लम बचा यही. You got 40 bags. 40 bags can be finished, can be eaten in 40 days. तो एक बैग खत्म करने में कितना लगेगा? अब आपको पेन भी उठाने की जरूरत नहीं होनी चाहिए. 40 बैग खत्म करने में 40 दिन. तो एक बैग हस खत्म करने में कितना दिन लगेगा? एक दिन लगेगा. And how do we write that down? Since we are looking for less number of bags, so the value will have to be less than 40, right? Number of bags has become 1. So बैग को किया कम, और अगर कम बैग हुआ तो मेरे को कम दिन चाहिए. कम दिन चाहिए तो what is the value? 1/40. Do you understand this? Now what is that I'm going to do? I'm going to compare these two variables out here. These two variables. And what is the problem? You've got 40 cows. 40 cows can eat in 40 days. How much? What did I say? This one will have to be kept in isolation now. This one will have to be kept in isolation. अब आपसे प्रॉब्लम बस यही पूछा गया कि cows है 40 और days है 40. And the other variables will have to be kept in either abeyance or constant. और अगर आपने बाकी को वेरिएबल को कांस्टेंट रखा है, इसका मतलब जो क्वांटिटी ऑफ फूड है वो कांस्टेंट है. अगर 40 काऊ को खाना है 40 दिन में, एंड देन यू हैव गॉट वन काऊ. इफ वन काऊ विल हैव टू फिनिश द सेम अमाउंट ऑफ फूड, how many days one cow is going to be taking? It is obviously going to be more than 40. Do you understand this? And if it is going to be more than 40, then what is the fraction that I should be using out here? 40/1. And these two are gone. What is the answer? The answer is 40 days. Problem हो गया जी simplified. Problem हो गया simplified. Now, can you simplify this one? Can you simplify this one? So what does this problem say? Four mat weavers can weave 4 mats in 4 days. In 4 days. So the problem is at the same rate, how many mats would be woven by 8 mat weavers in how many days? 8 days. So what did I say? Since you want to find out the value of x, it is going to be 4 into 2 fractions. Understand this. If you need to find out 2 fractions, you have got 4 weavers are there. तो 4 weavers इन दोनों को कंपेयर करो, इसको साइड में हटा दो. 4 weavers can weave 4 mats. If you got 8 weavers, obviously they will be having twice. अब ज्यादा mats बनाएंगे तो क्या फ्रैक्शन आप लिख के आओगे? 8/4. देखो 4 and 4 are cancelled and your answer is 8. कॉमन सेंसिकल आंसर वो 8 है. ये 4 है तो ये 4 है, 8 है तो ये भी 8 होना चाहिए था. Now I'm going to be comparing these two variables, and when we are comparing mats and days, this one will have to be kept in isolation. अब अगर प्रॉब्लम ये बन गया कि 4 दिन में 4 मैट बनता है, in 4 days 4 mats can be woven, then in 8 days ये कितने सारे बनेंगे? Obviously ज्यादा बनेंगे, 8/4. ये भी आंसर तो ये होगा. So 4 and 4 are gone. This is 2. What is the answer in this problem, people? The answer in this problem is 16. Does this make sense? तो 3-4 प्रॉब्लम ना आप ऐसे वाले लगाओ पहले बैठ के. आप समझने की कोशिश करो कि ये हो क्या रहा है, कैसे आप फ्रैक्शंस लिखोगे, कैसे आप अपने आंसर्स को सिंप्लीफाई करोगे. अगर एक बार आपने बात समझ ली ना, फिर तो कुछ भी आप कर लो, कितने भी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड प्रॉब्लम हो जाए, वेरिएबल बढ़ाते जाओगे, आपका आंसर बढ़ता जाएगा. नाउ ट्राई टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन ऑन योर ओन एंड लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन व्हाट इज योर आंसर. This is such a simple problem to solve. So this is what I had in this particular video. In video number 2, what is that I'm going to do? I'm going to increase the difficulty level of questions, one, and I'm going to increase the number of variables, and then let us see what happens. So that's going to be agenda in video number 2, and thank you very much for watching this one. Bye bye and take care.